Good afternoon, Councillor Peter Sutton, Ward Councillor here in Centurion. I'm here with the Rekord newspaper today on the corner of South and West Street, where we have a problem with a lot of vagrants staying in the veld over here, and I just want to give a little bit of insight into this problem that we are facing. Now, we know that there's a big concern about the community, and if you would look behind me, and I'm sure the camera will go there in a few minutes, you'll be seeing some of the shacks, and indeed it is a massive problem that we're facing all over Centurion. But I want to say again, as I've so often said in my newsletters, that the situation we have here and what we're dealing with, it's not the people that's the problem, it's the circumstances that's the problem. And it's immense signs of very bad poverty behind us. We see people who are desolated, who have nothing. There's no opportunities for them, and that's the real challenge that we are facing. And we as a city want to be a city of opportunities. We want to be a city that creates opportunities for people, and especially for the poorest of the poor, as we are seeing over here. Now, yes, you know, it's unfair and it's wrong that we should allow people to live in these circumstances, and especially from what we've inherited coming from the previous administration, we can't accept any longer that we are going to allow people to live in these circumstances. They have no running water, they have no facilities to sewage, they have no opportunities, as I've mentioned, for work or anything else, and that needs to change. That's something we need to address. To do that, we need to look at new policies, we need to look at our homeless policy, we need to look at homeless shelters, and we need to look at opportunities and creating opportunities so that people can have opportunity. And when a person makes this choice to come out of these circumstances, there must be a way, there must be a method and a process which you can do that. And at the moment, there's nothing like that. So when you're stuck, when you're off the grid, and when you're in a circumstance like this, there's absolutely just no way to get out of it. And that we need to change, and that we need to look at other parts of the world where they have successfully created opportunities. So when that person makes the choice that he doesn't want to have this anymore, he wants to better his own life, he can do that through opportunities that's created through a city that cares for the people. Now, part of that also, it's very important to state that we are going to see some development that's going to happen here, right to my left, to your right. There's a big development that's going to come into this area. There's more development that's going to come into this area as well in terms of construction and businesses, and that's what we want to see. We want to see that's what creates the opportunity. That's what's going to bring job creation and an opportunity that we can create that. Now, one of the questions that I often get is people confuse this with crime, and they say, yeah, this is a contributor to crime. Now, obviously it is, because we sit with a socio-economic crisis over here. And yes, it does contribute to crime, and by no means can we ever justify crime, and it does cause a safety risk because of the environment. But to assume that every single person that's a homeless person in the city is a criminal will just be wrong. What we do see is that criminals obviously abuse what the circumstances that we see over here by coming into this area, hiding under the pretense of being homeless, and then committing crime. And then when they run away or when they are chased by the police, they would often run into an area like this so that they can hide away and just blend in, and it's very difficult to track them. The reality is of the situation is when we do clean out an area like this, absolutely clean, remove all the people, criminals are still going to come into this area because it's an open space. And wherever we have an open space, it creates a gateway for people to come in and to access from and to move around, especially with this one that's close to the N1 highway. So it's easy for people to run through this veld and then do their exit with a vehicle waiting for them on the freeway, like we often see in crime hotspots in the city. So what's important is that we need to develop the open spaces. We need to get development into the areas. We need to get it developed. Not only does it take away the challenge that we have with the vacant land and with the crime and all that, but it also creates the opportunities that we so desperately need for work and for employment and all that. Then, of course, there's another aspect that we need to consider, that many of the people that we're dealing with, yes, we can take them to homeless shelters when we get that into our next budget, and that's something that this city wants to be a city that cares for the people. We'll look at so that we've got a space where we can take these people. It's not illegal to be homeless, it's not illegal to be a vagrant, but we can control where they sleep, and to let them be in this circumstances is just wrong. So we can take them to a homeless shelter. But there are also a small percentage of them that suffer from one or another mental illness. and that also needs to be looked after. And that's something we need to take seriously as well, is to help the people that are desperately in need and that are down and out and sitting here in the veldt. So in summary, what I'm saying is, yes, it is a massive problem. It's a problem that we need to solve, because this also has a negative impact on investment into the area. So you go into this loop when people see an area desolated and run down, and the poorest of the poor, which is really the mirror that we all need to look in as a society, is the poorest of the poor dictates what we see as a community and how we are living. People don't want to invest in this area, and then we lose money and we go back to the circle. So the solution here is that we need to find alternative ways to allow these people, so that we can take them through the homeless shelters and all that. We can get these places developed, and we can create opportunities and create a system how these people can come off the street. In the meantime, we do what we can. We get all the different departments involved, but as we know from what we've inherited, there's no systems, there's no processes, and there's no budget that's ever been allocated to this sufficiently. And that's something that we want to change, and to change the circumstances. And like I say, very importantly, we can't any longer allow people to live in these horrible circumstances as what we see behind us, and that needs to change. Thank you.